If you're new to business and struggling to get customers, this is the video for you. In this one, me and Mike are going to talk through the correct square footage price for concrete in order to be competitive, how to get jobs when you're just starting out. And if you stick around to the end, me and Mike are also going to share with you a few of the reasons customers may be saying no based on some of the common customer responses that our buddy Peyton was getting whenever he was giving the quote. But if you're looking to start a pressure washing business and you're not sure what chemicals to use, how to mix them, how to clean every surface on a residential job site, property protection, or how to set up your equipment, be sure to check out the How to Wash course. It'll be the first link in the comment section and the description. But without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the video. I'm 18 and I watched all of your guys' videos. Almost all the pressure washers around here leave lines, and your videos taught me how not to do that, but I still can't get customers. I charge 30 cents a square foot. If you're not getting any customers at 30 cents a square foot, then just lower your price. If you're charging 30 cents for a driveway square footage, I think that's like way too high. Typically, you probably want to be around like 12 to 15 for a driveway square footage.
Probably around that, depending on where you are.
If you can't get customers, that's just like a customer acquisition issue. How many different channels do you have for acquiring customers, right? Are you passing out flyers, yard signs, door hangers? Do you have Facebook ads, post to Facebook groups? Like, are you in Nextdoor, LinkedIn? Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean? Every day that you don't have customers, spend that entire day that you would spend working to acquire customers. Go knock doors, shake hands, kiss babies, whatever you got to do. Mike, if people would treat it like that, like if people would take the time that they are not working and just say, okay, with this time, I'm going to go get customers, and you literally spent 8 hours a day doing nothing but go and get customers, you've never had have a customer issue. I live in Alabama in middle class area. Yeah, I would say 30 cents a square foot for a concrete, Peyton, is probably too high. If you want to start quoting based on square footage like our buddy Peyton, then check out QuoteIQ's integrated map measuring tool. It makes sending estimates using square footage super easy. You can try any tier of QuoteIQ right now for $1 at myquoteiq.com, which I'll leave linked in the comment section and the description. If you're having trouble getting customers and you're 18 years old, Peyton's 18, having trouble getting customers, offer a different service. Like maybe pressure washing is oversaturated. Maybe when you go to people's houses or present your business, people think that you're a little too young to be washing their property. Like we got to think about the hierarchy of, people's investments here. Their number one investment is their home. Their number two investment is their car. Like maybe we could go over something else. Pick weeds out of the flower bed, wash the cans. There's a lot of other little side services that you could offer.
But I think the major thing that we're looking at with Peyton right here is he said he's in a middle class area, which is fine. Middle class people still hire pressure washing companies all the time. We work for them day in, day out. 30 cents a square foot in the South for concrete, a little bit excessive. So I would, maybe try to reduce your price a little bit and see there. We talk about that price all the time. There are guys that'll be like, I'm booked out for like 3 weeks and we're charging 6 cents a square foot. Makes sense. Okay, you're booked out, but you're not making a ton of money, if any, if you're charging 6 cents a square foot. But if you bring your prices up, those your customer, it's just this equilibrium that you got to find that sweet spot, right? If you don't have a bunch of jobs, start lowering your price a little bit, right? If you've got way more jobs than you do and your prices are low, start raising your prices. And you're going to be working, you're going to be making more money. Maybe you just won't be booked out. People will tell you just by your pricing where you are, where you need to be, where the market is. I mean, we talk about, understanding your market and doing market evaluations all of the time. And, just your pricing structure alone is a great indicator of where you need to be. And if you are not having any customers at 30 cents a square foot, that tells me right now, you need to reduce your price.
Another thing is you can get QuoteIQ for $1 right now at myquoteiq.com, and the close ratio. Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know what their close ratio is, you really want to check it out, right? If your close ratio is too high, you're probably charging too little. If your close ratio is really low, then you're probably charging too high. So utilize the close ratio to kind of figure out that middle ground, so that way you're charging enough to land a majority of your jobs, but you're not charging so little that you're landing every single job, right? So I would say somewhere between 50, 65% is probably a good place to be with regards to close ratio. And the other thing is just get your lead flow up. So we kind of talked about a couple of resolutions for that as well. I'm still in school, but I try whenever can to get customers passing out cards, but I can't get Facebook or Google ads yet because I'm not making enough money. Make up what you lack in money and sweat equity. So pass out cards, knock doors, yard signs, flyers.
You don't have to run ads on Facebook. You can do posts and in groups and do it for free. You can do that on Nextdoor. A Google business profile is also free. I don't know, you said you're still young, you're in high school. So maybe you don't have like some of the requirements that Google requires. which might be limiting. But, I don't want to say I hear a lot of excuses because you're a young kid and this is a side hustle because you are in school. But, there are lots of ways that you can get your name out there. And someone in the comment section that Justin will get to in a second says, do you guys ever go out and knock doors? Now, we don't knock doors. We never have. But I know that there are a lot of businesses out there that do and have great results and have, success. I don't think it's the long-term success. I don't necessarily think that door knocking is viable for, the long haul, but it's definitely something if you're brand new or you've got limited resources, like Justin said, sweat equity, like invest in yourself.
I quoted 4 houses the other day, and I always get, I'll let you know, or I've been looking to get that done. And those prices were lower than I usually charge, but I graduate this summer. I'm hungry.
Okay, so what do you do when they tell you, I'll let you know, or I've been looking to get that done, right? Like there are some things like you don't want to get overly aggressive or pushy, but you can say like, is it the price that's holding you back, right? And if they say yes, then, depending on where you're at, you can negotiate. If they say, no, it's not price, then you say, well, can you tell me what it is? And they're like, well, you're too young. You don't, well, that may be the case, but I know exactly what I'm doing. I offer 100% guarantee. If you are not satisfied with my work, you won't pay me. Right. And then you have to deliver. Right. And only offer that if you're confident in what you're doing, right? So those are some of the things. I've been looking to get that done. Well, what's holding you back? Why are you not? We've got an opening tomorrow. I can knock off a couple bucks if you wanted to. Let's get that taken care of. All kinds of ways to go about it, but there are going to be a lot of no's. There's going to be more no's than yeses in sales. And this is sales, right? Whether you think it's a wash biz or whatever, you are a salesperson and you have to get good at sales. You also have to get a thick skin and understand you're not going to get every job you quote. If I got every job that I quoted, I'd be a freaking, billionaire. Not really, but, super, super millionaire. But I don't get them all, right? Every apartment, every hospital, every, whatever, like, we don't get them all. We don't get a fraction of them all, but we don't quit. And I don't think Peyton's the type of guy that's going to quit either because he's hungry. He's graduating this summer and he wants to get after it. So best of luck to you.